Studio Funk.
Hello, welcome back to an episode of Studio Funk. Yes, we're back. And on today's show, we are welcoming back a special guest who's been here before. Sam Don. I catch up with Sam and talk about his recent release, his brand new compilation on Athens of the North, focusing on underground UK soul, street soul and everything else in between. Just a touch. And as we do here on Studio Funk, before we get into the details, we're gonna warm things up slightly. So sit tight, get comfortable, and enjoy the show.
Open your mind and you will find me. Search through the stars, my love, what can you see? You left me all alone in hurting and in pain. I didn't think or know if my heart can take the strain. Over, I'm over you. Over, I'm over you. You let me down. What can I do? I've had time to clear my mind of all the things I've been through. You loved me, I loved you. I thought it would last forever. Well, I was wrong, but now I'm strong. I will see you. Over, I'm over you. Over, I'm you. Hey, baby. I just like to say that I'm over you, and that I know exactly what I'm going to do.
You let me down again. I should have known. At first I had a faith in you, but now it's gone. I have to leave you now to go my way. We'll have just once before, and I forgave. But I will never do the same again. 'Cause you once before, and I forgave. That I would never ever want to do the same thing I did then. 'Cause you burned all our bridges to be crossed. Now there is no turning back.
everybody. It's Ivan Macwell from Sleepers Records and you're listening Studio Funk. Enjoy.
Keep moving right here on Studio Funk. Continue with the selections of Underground, Private Press, White Label, Promo Only, UK Street Soul. Coming up soon, conversation with Sam Don, talking about his brand new compilation, Just a Touch. Come on.
You try to take this thing for granted, though I told you so many times that this affair is so exciting, and the boredom just can't be defined. You were just into self-attention, like there was no one else to see. Think of a raindrop in the ocean. Now that's all you need to be. You lose again. You lost a lover, I guess you lose a friend. You lose again. You lost a lover, I guess you lose a friend. I guess you lose a friend. Now looking back, I see more clearly all the faults and all mistakes, but I'm a victim now. I haven't got the greatest. I loved you then. Well, you see, I try so very hard, but it all went to waste. Now you say I'm in pain and you want to try again, but it's too late. Well, there comes a time when you reach a point of no return. Become aware of all the lessons you have learned. Wasted time on frustration and confusion, and now I've come to that conclusion. You lose, oh baby, baby. You lose again. You lost a lover, I guess you lose a friend. You lose again. You lost a lover, I guess you lose a friend. Oh, you lose again. You lost a lover, I guess you lose a friend. I guess you lose a friend.
Customers coming at you with a rhyme on the remix tip. What's gonna bum in 95? I'll be holding your love and you squeezing your feeling you doing what you want me to do like a man should. Giving her all your love you want, giving her all your love you want, giving her all your love you want, giving her all your love you need in the morning, noon, and night, and even after tea.
As we continue, man, I love this jam right here. Personal favorite. If you're nice enough, I might give you the track list.
Your love is like a bright light. It shines to my life. Oh.
Keeps me safe and warm whenever there is bad weather. Help me to keep it together.
Like a ray of sunshine. When all my wildest dreams are never quite as they seem. No.
You're the one who keeps me
Time for the main event. Coming up next, we've got special guest Sam Don. Before we get into that though, check out this track. Taken from the new compilation, Just a Touch. This is Kofi with the track Step by Step. Come on.
Looking back, old memories. Once upon a time, they were all the dreams. Now in reality, it's life they can't come true. A vision of the future isn't the best for you. Step, take it, step by step, take it, step by step, take it. We can make it better. Step, take it, step by step, take it, step by step, take it. We can make it better. Future is right for you. Future is right for you. Wondering, will you ever get it right? Trying to make everything alright. And in time, you'll find that it can be so. There's a better way. Let's take it nice and slow. Take it step by step. Take it step by step. Take it. We can make it better. Take it step by step. Take it step by step. Take it. We can make it better. Future is right for you. Future is right for you. What you do and how you achieve will be clear and plain to see. In the eyes that look on you, there's no denying. This is what you've got to do. Step, take it, step by step, take it, step by step, take it. We can make it better. Step, take it, step by step, take it, step by step, take it. We can make it better. Future is right for you. 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 The 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 future is right for you.
On today's show, we've got a returning special guest back here on Studio Funk, coming all the way from London. Ladies and gentlemen, bring a warm welcome for Sam Don.
Thanks for having me again. Feels like a comfortable place to be now. returning to a home. How you been, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Welcome back to the show. It's really nice to have you back.
Yeah, it's been... When did we do this last time? 2 years ago? Maybe 3?
Yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago. My brain's telling me it was 2021, so...
Yeah, okay, that sort of feels about right to me. Yeah, good to be back. Good to be chatting and reconnecting.
Yeah, because the last time you was on the show, we were talking about For the Love of You, your compilation series, focused on lovers rock and such. And on today's show, we're going to be celebrating and talking about your recently new compilation that's just come out, Just a Touch, which is also released on Athens of the North, focusing on underground UK soul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here. I'm actually looking at it while we're talking, and it's one of those slight disbelief moments because you work on something for quite a while, and for then when the product, when it's actually in your hands, it's quite a is this real moment? Because there's quite a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and emails, calls, meetings under bridges, all sorts of weird and wonderful and excellent and challenging. But I'm really thrilled with it and really happy to chat to you about it.
Yeah, because this is definitely something that's just not done overnight. Takes a lot of effort to get this compilation together. There's another special one as well coming from yourself, and this time focusing on underground UK soul, focusing on things like street soul itself and such. And there's a lot to unpack here. I'm looking at the track list as well, and it's just like so much good music focused on here, but also such a wide range as well. And I feel myself, when talking about this compilation, it almost like makes us want to think about starting from the very top of your vision for this compilation, because it's street soul and such, but also it does tend to be like a slight little bit of a mixture as well, where it's some soul as well, which almost could be not as classified as street soul and such, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, how it kind of came to be is, I guess it's a continuation of a lot of sort of something that I've been doing my whole life. Like when I was 13, I'd write down like lists of my favorite bands, or like write down like what would be my dream band, or like my favorite guitarist or something, and what amplifier they use. So like I think I've got quite a fairly creative mind, but it's I don't know, somewhat logical, or I can pull things together, I guess. And I've sort of realized I've sort of begun to believe more recently that actually one day I was like, you visualize things. Like I sort of, one evening I started thinking about this comp, and I sort of, I'm not necessarily talking about manifestations. I know that's a very I'm not dissing it either. I know that's a very kind of like hype word and way of thinking, but and no shade towards it. But I could sort of see this comp in my head, in like one evening. I just pulled bits out of my record collection, soulful bits. Just that are all there's definitely a lineage from in it all, I'd say, like kind of coming out of reggae, but I can speak about that more. But it sort of just came together. Well, it took a bit longer than that, of course, but the initial sketches came together one night. And I was like, there is something here. And what I wanted to highlight, I guess, was I'm calling it is all to me UK soul music. Some people might say it's parts of it are street soul. Some people may say this is UK boogie. I tend to think some of these tracks are pretty lo-fi. A lot of them are like, very like drum machine led soul. If you're talking to somebody like Luke Unabomber, I know he coined this phrase like in the last couple of years, e-soul, like Manchester e-soul,
right.
Kind of like soul that would be played at after hours or like after parties, after the club, like beautiful music that blew people's minds. And I think, you can think about that and how these tracks were probably originally played at like blues dances, or like amongst a sort of an underground I guess like a niche scene, an underground scene. But perhaps I'm getting a little bit too deep there. But I mean, I hear this all as soul music to me. I have my own definition of street soul. And like, I'm not sure if it is like, if other people would agree with me, or people who are like experts on the genre, because I'm also like, I wouldn't say I'm I like street soul tunes, but I'm not like a total street soul head. So I just hear it all as UK soul music, and like stuff that's been a little bit more overlooked.
Yeah. And I think there's something important to say here, is that at the time when this music was being released, so we're talking about a small time frame of the late 80s. So we're talking around about 1988 through to like early 90s, around the country around that time. So we're talking about places like you said earlier, about Manchester, London and such. People were just creating this music, and at the time it was just soul music. And I think at the time it almost that like, I think I'm correct here. Like, it wasn't until like maybe the 90s it started getting coined as a term to be called a street soul, and then later down the line it almost got put that extra little tag on front calling it UK street soul, and I almost labeling that as a whole. But generally speaking, it is just soul music and such. And
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting as well to, like you said, you highlighted about the culture behind it as well, that a lot of these releases were issued on, most of it was white label or private press, like no major distribution. It was just creative people just making some music for, you know, for like-minded people who wanted to hear that type of music. And like you said, it was just a really underground scene. And it's really quite interesting now how almost it's getting this nice like resurfacing now in modern day. Quite interesting, really, really crazy that the last, I would say 5 years or so, like it's almost just like bubbling up to the top again. It's really interesting to see.
Yeah, I think it's like things definitely go through phases. You know, diggers pick up on things. Some things that people wouldn't want to touch kind of bubble up and become in vogue. Like I think like maybe 10 years ago, if people were saying they were collecting lovers rock, especially, I mean, I also think lovers rock as a genre, say that was, you know, there'd be people like the cool people would probably be into roots back in the day. So the lovers rock was a bit, dare I say, a bit like feminine, looked down on by the male-driven music community.
And
I think also like street soul, maybe like people who were collecting soul music were probably collecting the US stuff and overlooking the UK stuff, and they were probably collecting 60s, 70s. So yeah, like things come around in cycles, but I definitely think like 10 years ago you would have been picking this stuff up for like pennies, or people would have kind of been giving it away. But now it's it just seems like a lot of this music is more interesting to people again, as you say, and it's a bit of a new frontier for, I guess let's call them civilians, who are like interested in music but haven't got that interest as like deep diggers.
It's really fascinating to see. It really is, because by all means as well, like even just to echo you a bit, it's like I'm not an expert in street soul. Like, people might think I am, and like I listen to a lot of it and I share it and such, but it's also fantastic that up to this day, and with the current events as well, is that I'm still discovering myself. There's a lot of things that's just uncovered, and when we're looking at across your compilation here, there are definitely some key music in here that I was like, I've never heard of this before. I was just like, straight away I was thinking, where did he find this? Because it's just it is a digger's paradise in that regards.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I guess it's really great to hear that you feel that way as somebody who goes deep yourself, and I really respect. But I think first and foremost for me, and I hope people would agree, is like, and I've thought this before, and kind of everything that I do, I'm not into rare. Like, I do have some rarer stuff because I collect and I go a bit further than a lot of people would. But I'm into jams. Like, I'm into like the best music, regardless of price, regardless of format. I just want to hear those really good tracks. So the thing that I would say about this compilation is, for me at least, there's not a filler track, and I would hope that people would feel the same. It's like, it's all about quality music from beginning to end. So yeah, if it can appeal to like somebody who might be getting into the genre, and if it can appeal to like, if it kind of like ticks the box for the diggers as well, then yeah, I feel that's like a bit of an achievement. But yeah, it's always about like, it's kind of like the same as I'd you know, the same way I feel about DJing. It's like, if you're not making the people move, if they're not having a good time, then it's a bit like, come on.
Yeah.
So you need to be thinking about that. But I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it's so true, because it's such a funny thing that I've always had this funny vision of like, Now, like, obviously, like, you know, I like my obscure records and such, but it's always that funny view of like, if someone was to play a set and it was just completely just like obscure stuff, or I don't know, things you couldn't necessarily play out in a club, it just like almost wouldn't fit to an audience. And it does come back to the element of, even with street soul itself, you know, is the element that people were just partying to this music. People were just catching that vibe. And when I'm looking for your track list here, I'm just going to highlight a few. And let's start from the very top. We got Baval with Coming Back, which is a fantastic track. We go through to Sam with Life. Later on, we got Kofi with Step by Step, which is a big track. We also got some like favorites as well, which a lot of record heads and people fan of the soul scene would know, with Sonia with a track called Step Back as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's some of those ones you've highlighted. I mean, some favourites of mine as well on the compilation. And actually, again, we've been talking about street soul, UK street soul. If you were kind of forcing me and saying, "Okay, which tracks are which genre?" I definitely feel that the earlier, maybe sides 1 and 2, sort of fit that street soul. The slower stuff, like the sort of 70 to 90 BPM, and then there's that sort of street soul that I feel like that has a little bit of extra pressure, and the tempo is a bit pushed up between sort of like 100, 105. And then then we're talking about the Sonia, like that. To me I hear that as a boogie record. It's probably like a slow boogie record, and it's quite like feel good, and just kind of like it's carefree, you know, that one. But for me, kicking off with the Beauvale was such a coup, because Beauvale had Bernadette had a huge track, which I guess is like one of the two street soul holy grails, which was Check For You. That was like really like an underground classic, but you know, people always talked about that, but actually the one I would come back to time and time again was Coming Back. It's the melody just hooks me. So yeah, to have made contact with her and had long chats, and it kind of sets the tone for me, which is where I wanted to take this.
Coming back, I'm coming back for more. Yes, I'm coming back, so open the door. Coming back, I'm coming back for more. Yes, I'm coming back, so open the door. When I left you before, I never really knew this. Now want you, baby.
Yeah, I was just thinking as well, with the Sonia Rashad track, Step Back, I've got original copy of that, and I think you might remember that I got it off you quite a while back. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember. That was like, I do occasionally pick up the odd double here and there. I mean, I think they're harder to pick up. I've got a friend who lives in Helsinki who is like, oh, the Sonia, it's a real favourite of mine, you know. And I was like, oh, I'll look out for it, because, you know, they do pop up. But yeah, I think I remember at the time I sold it to you, I'm like, I'm trying to do something with this. I'm trying to do something.
Yeah, you told me. You told me, yeah.
And you were like, it's cool. I really want this anyway. And I don't think it was set in stone by any means back then. But yeah, I mean, I think that's another pull-out favourite. You're tapping into all the faves here.
Yeah, it's a really great record, and it's an interesting one, just like as a record collector thing. And every now and again, I see it do pop up with other people sharing it and being fond of it as well. And then sometimes it might come across it on Discogs. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this record is the worth of the original is going through the roof, and I think it's going to be even harder to find. And so people, if you do come across that record and you have an opportunity, you know what you got to do.
Pick it up.
Yeah. And one of the tracks on the compilation, which I have to admit, and I think it was something that it caught my attention immediately when I first heard an audio bite of it, and I was like, what is this? And it completely blew me away at first listen. Taffy with a track called Passion. Now this track is phenomenal. It's such a great delighter, because it has this really nice mid-tempo energy, which Street Soul's really known for, but some really great vocals that push on it. And this is really a good example of, let's say, a example of a Street Soul record. You know, this record was made in low quantities, white label, so it's not distributed to a record label and such, and, you know, pressed in low quantities. And I can imagine now, even with the times of past as well, coming across this is just going to be hard to get as it can be. And quite thankful for you to find this record, however you come across it, but almost like sharing this with us all, because for many of us, we were not aware of this record at all.
Yeah, this one's fairly fascinating to me. I mean, when I got this, and you know, it's almost like the eureka moment, or you could like, it'd be like a cliche film moment where the person discovers something the needle is put on it, and I just listened to that intro and I was like, that sounds pretty good. And then when the track fully came in with the vocal and the lyrics, and it was just like, you almost going, oh God, when's it gonna veer into a horrible middle age, or what's gonna, how is this track gonna break my heart? And then it got through, and then it has this incredible outro of her just saying passion over and over again, and the track slowly kind of, just the melody sort of slowly fading out, and you're just left there like, what have I just listened to? I mean, the thing is about this one as well, and I've put the story, or a bit of the story on my Instagram about it. I think it's 88. This track, 1988. I think. But what I want to know is, did somebody play it back in the day? Like, I can't find anything about this. You know, I uploaded it onto YouTube probably a year ago, but before then I put it in a mix, and you kind of know when people are into something, because I had like a few people in my inbox saying, yeah, I listened to your mix, and it's like 2 hours, right? And so somebody's like, what was that track? And then you have a few people saying it and then commenting on the actual thing, and then I put it up, and like the feedback, I mean, I knew, but it's one of those things when you put it up and you start getting people commenting like, wow, you know. I knew it was a real discovery, but what I really want to know is, did somebody play it back in the day? I mean, to me, if I had to think where this record is placed, I actually think of this as like like a Balearic soul record. Like I could see this being played in Ibiza. I could see this at like Cafe Del Mar or beside like the eclectic sounds of like an outdoor daytime party,
Terraced,
free people, like terraced, or like, you know, I could see this beside like Tania Marie or something like Maria or something like, you know, Come to Me, like with, or like you'd see it beside a bossa record or like I don't know. It just really hit. And kind of going forward with that story is I was trying to track down somebody related. I was trying to track down Taffy, who I believe is in London, actually. I think she's in southeast London.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah, so she's based in the city, but I managed to get a lead for the producer. And like these stories can be quite bizarre and quite coincidental. It turned out the lead I had it was an address, and the address was about 100 meters from my old apartment. So it was like, okay, classic, like, you know, Hackney. I live in Tower Hamlets now, but I'm just on the border of Hackney.
Sure.
And I used to live in Hackney, and like even Tower Hamlets is a creative borough, but I think Hackney very famous for being so, and also the communities that lived and still live in Hackney. And sort of how this came about, the license, is, okay, I have an address. I'm going to head to the address, and I didn't hold out much hope because, you know, this could be I've had so many leads that have gone dead that I just kind of tried to not let it get to me too much. And
don't get your hopes up. Yeah.
Right, kind of like almost like be prepared for the worst, or just for it to not come off.
Sure.
And I knew it was an address, and I thought, well, they might be in, they might not live there. So I was pretty prepared. I came with a letter which I'd written, like, you know, handwritten letter, what I wanted to do, number.
Nice.
And I got to the house, and I can't remember if it had for sale or if it had sold. I think it had sold on a sign outside, which was like, of course, typical. Like, I mean, and even was it sold? He could have left 10 years ago, or he might not have even lived there. Anyway, so I popped the letter through the door because I knocked and nobody was there, of course. And I'd cycled to my old neighbourhood, so I popped it through the door, and I was thinking, okay, well, let's just see, hit and hope. And as I was walking away from the door, I noticed that there was like a big letterbox on the side of the door, which was clearly the letterbox which was being used for post rather than going through the door. And I was like, I've just put my only letter through. No. I got the energy a week later and repeated the process anyway, and put it in the right letterbox. Anyway, a few weeks later, got a call from Rex, the producer. And that was the connect, and and he had actually been living there, and he had just sold the house to move to a completely different part of London. So I think that's one of these things. Had I left it a few months later, maybe it would have been harder to make that connection.
And that's the craziest thing, is that if you didn't get contact with him, like pretty much worldwide, or most audiences would have never heard this Taffy record. It's just like, it remains undiscovered, unless obviously they check out your YouTube channel and come across it there. Yeah,
or like in, you know, me playing this in a set, but it's a very early kind of early beginning of the night, or like end of the night, really.
Because of the obviously the mid tempo to it, but I love the bass on it. It's just, oh man,
it's killer. It's killer. And also like recorded again just around the corner from my old place in a little studio that was apparently full of cats, and, you know, cats like messing up the studio and literally doing mess in the studio. It's like, so yeah, what a session that was lost. Nothing ever happened with it. I will say though that the other side of that white label is quite interesting, completely different.
Okay.
Definitely quite Marmite. But I'm gonna, I'll put that up one day. Like, certain people I think would love it, and certain people would be like, get this off. But it's interesting. One for when I get my act together and upload it on the YouTube in the future.
Yeah, that's really interesting to know. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. It's such a really great story there that you just couldn't make it up. That's just the way it is, and it then just adds more value to the compilation overall. And I know that Taffy, if I'm correct, might have been your second single off that compilation as well.
Yeah, that was the second single. Like, I just guess I wanted to pull two songs that I feel repped the comp well, just to give kind of people, I can't believe I'm about to try and speak French, but an amuse-bouche to whet the appetite. If anybody is French and is listening to that, I'm sorry, I just butchered your language. I only speak the French anyway. But, it's, for me, like, they're the two opposite sides of the comp, I guess, the two singles. So there's the Taffy, which is, I hear it as Balearic Soul, maybe played, I just hope like somebody like Phil Meisen or Alfredo played it and somebody can claim it like before me. I'm happy to hear that. And then the other single which I kicked off first with was a tune called What You Do For Me by Pure Silk. Yes.
So when I saw the announcement of the first single, I was like, Pure Silk. Because straight away then in my mind I was thinking about the Sir George records and such. And it's quite interesting because I know when we last had our conversations about For the Love of You, we talked about it a little bit, about the Sir George releases.
Yeah.
Because this is when it gets interesting about street soul, is that, it's a subgenre of funk and soul that does have crossover, and within the British communities and such around that time, there's a lot of appreciation, a lot of artists as well, producers and singers and such, who are making lovers rock music in that sense. And definitely I was trying to track back and see when this time period even happened or occurred, when they started releasing these 12-inch records, and they have the lovers rock version, but then they have a soul version on the record, and the soul version is obviously just the street soul version of the same track. Which I always find quite fascinating. It's almost to this day, when I still come across, when I see that Serge George sleeve, I immediately pick it up and I'm just looking at the record, I'm looking like, has it got a soul version? Because you never know what you're going to discover. And so what you're talking about as well, the person behind Pure Silk is Anthony Brightly, who is a very talented producer.
Yeah, I mean, I could talk to you for a long time about this guy. I think he's an amazing character, has done so much in his life. And yeah, he headed up Sir George. He is Mr. Pure Silk. And as you say, I don't know who started doing this first, like where the trend came. I guess maybe just like, I see a lot of reggae singers as being soul singers, just with a different rhythm.
Yeah, definitely.
So, when I talked to Anthony, he said he would always hear the reggae version and he would always hear the soul version. And I think it was very much also a thing, not that I was around at the time, but from looking at my records and just seeing the sort of how many mixes and the types of mixes that were available, is you might have a 12 double pack from back in the day, and there would be like, I don't know, 6 different mixes of the same tune. So yeah, maybe that's just a thing. And I know Anthony, he was just like, I hear the reggae, I hear the soul, so I'm going to have one part of my 12 that's the reggae side and one that's the 12 side.
Yeah.
Because Anthony, his studio, like back in the day when he was making these records, that was even closer to my old flat. I think that was like 50 meters away. But I mean, he packed up that studio, I think, a long time back. And he lives in Antigua now, although he has a lot of family in the UK and family in Antigua. But I actually met him one day in Homerton, again in Hackney. And just from the off, when you meet somebody and you're like, yeah, there's something about you. He's like,
There's some energy there, yeah.
yeah, definitely. And he's done so much in his life in music. You know, he's had record labels, he's run sound systems, pressing plants. He used to have clubs, like really important clubs in and around the area back in the day. So, and he's shrewd, and he's very sweet, very firm, and very convincing. Because off the back of this meeting, he basically convinced me that I should come and head to Antigua one day. And then,
What?
yeah, and then 3 months later, I was basically in the bush eating at his favorite Ital restaurant. You know, or that is the kind of the power of Anthony Brightly, and
Wow.
why he probably got so much done, and why his output is so wicked.
So you spent time with him at his Ital restaurant in Antigua, and
Yeah.
the funny thing is, I do remember. This is obviously going back to a conversation we had like a while ago and such, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm going to Antigua." And I was just like, "Man," because I think I told you at the time as well that half of my family's Antiguan. So my dad's side is Antiguan, so I'm actually half Antiguan, half St. Lucian.
Ah, yes.
And I remember you
this.
saying you were going and stuff, and I was like, "Man, you're gonna have a good time." And all now, knowing that you were over there, you were just like being looked after by Anthony Brightly, just like made my day now.
Yeah, that was just one day, but I'm so glad it happened. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I was thinking to go to Jamaica. I'd never been to the Caribbean. I had sort of idea in my head, go to Jamaica, and I sort of mentioned it to him in passing, and he was like, "Jamaica, everybody should go once in their life. It's an amazing island. It's a big party place." And sort of bigged it up quite a bit. But then he said, "But Antigua, much smaller. Like, you can get across the whole island easier, safer, some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, like, and not as developed, you know." And I was sort of looking for something in that pandemic time of, like, you know, everybody went through different experiences, and I think sort of my personal experience, I came out of the main end of it, and I was looking to get away somewhere and be somewhere very relaxed, and that seemed to tick all the boxes. And the fact that Anthony had sort of sold it to me and said, "Come check me out," it was like, you know, he gave me the key to a few things, you know. So yeah, it was very special, and it's like, you know, it's one of those things I'll never forget, like the kindness of the man as well.
Excuse me, I don't mean to upset you. I look across the room when I saw you. You are the kind of girl I like to step to, so I made my way just to find you.
Now I'm a girl who's on a special mission. I hope you understand my position. There, I lay my cards on the table. So tell me, boy, what you gonna do?
Solid question came to mind when I looked into your eyes. Could it be that you were fast and fancy free? Or is this something that's supposed to be there in you? Look back in my eyes, you sent a chill right through my spine. There was something between you and me, but that solid question, baby, it came back to me. Would you do for me what I do for you? I would like to know
Cavalier Don't Touch track. That's another one where I was like, where did this come from?
Yeah, well, that is, that Cavalier I really like as well. I mean, I see that as there's something quite brooding and almost menacing in the fact it says like, don't touch my girlfriend.
I know.
It's sweet, but it's also like, you're not going to do that, right? Or you're gonna get what you deserve. But that I almost see. That track almost seems like, I visualize things like when would that track get played? Like that track to me feels like when there's only a quarter of the dancers left and it's late. It's like
dance done.
It's like it's 4:30 in the morning, and there's like 30 of your 120 dancers left or something, and there's space on the dance floor, and people are just moving to it, and it's just a bit. Yeah, it's just got groove, hasn't it? I mean, I love that. That's the production talent of another man who's features a few times on this, Tony Graham. So have to big up Tony. He was also behind the Dennis Planter and Weekend in Paris. So this was, I mean, his production talents and also connecting with Tony that allowed, a few licenses to come at once. And also for me, like, just such strong tracks. I mean, he had more tracks I could have licensed, but I also didn't want to make a comp where I was just making easy grabs. I just happened to really love the Weekend in Paris, the Dennis Planter, and the Cavalier, and again, for me, they all have totally different feelings. Like the Dennis Planter for me is almost like, there's all these like micro genres, or we can get totally bizarre with what we want to call things. But in my head, how would I term that? I would say it's like lo-fi soul or like loner soul, because it feels like a lonely guy in his bedroom, just kind of a bit like feeling sorry for himself. I still dream.
This has definitely got bedroom productions written all over it, and that's what I love about it, the edgy and rawness of it. And to a certain extent, when I looked at it deeply of just how raw the energy came off it, it almost had a little bit of like a punk appeal to it. Like I'm thinking about the British music around that time, that punk music coming out the country and such, and sometimes there are some people around that time as well, they're almost like transitioning a bit of like, they do come from a punk background, but they started making some funk, right? They just started making some boogie stuff.
Or I kind of hear like that, like punk or punk / like new wave, like on, say, the Cavalier, but the other track, Weekend in Paris, which feels totally different to the other tracks, and is definitely a favourite of mine. That is, as people say in the industry, a double-sider. As the collectors will say, double-sider, top double-sider. But yeah, that 7-inch, if you can pick it up, and if anybody finds a sleeve for the Weekend in Paris, hold your head up, because I think only a few of them like came with the proper sleeve, and most just came with a kind of like the white inner sleeve. Maybe it was a budget thing, I'm not really sure. But yeah, hold your head up on one side of that 7, and the other side is called Electric, which is a bit more kind of feels like electro boogie, kind of feel like it, or like I could kind of imagine it playing kind of almost as like a New York in the 80s sound to
I know what you mean,
even like kind of like I kind of want to compare it to like early Madonna even, or something like that, the electric side. But yeah, Hold Your Head Up, that for me, that had to close out the album, because when I put this album together, I saw it in my head as a set, or how you would build something so for the first track is like you're starting the night, or you're setting the tone for the album, and then the tempos kind of pick up as you're going through. A couple of like curveballs for sure, like I Still Dream of You is more like the final side that's taking you to sort of a more dreamy, ethereal place, the taffy passion, and then the Hold Your Head Up is that for me is like the the last track of the night, End of the Nighter, where people sort of like hug their mates or go home happy. So there is, in my strange mind, there is other workings going on to the concept of this. But yeah, it was great to connect with Tony, who was just such a straight up and lovely person. Again, it's great to work with lovely people. What can I say?
Yeah. I love that theme throughout the album, the compilation, where you got that almost like the rhythm and flow. Because I think that's quite important, because, you know, when people do listen to these things, they might listen to it, you know, full stretch from start to finish. I do want to share a bit of like knowledge here, knowledge sharing. So Tony Graham, who's the producer of The Cavalier Don't Touch, also The Weekend in Paris as well, and the Dennis Planter, he also goes by the name of Tony Crockett. Now, what's quite interesting here is I know not too long ago, and actually it was quite a while ago now looking at it, Digger's Dozen, Maxwell at Digger's Dozen did release a reissue by Tony Crockett with a 12-inch called Queen of Hearts, which was a really rare 12-inch coming out of the UK once again. So there's another little like secret nugget there that Tony Graham does have another alias of Tony Crockett, and he did that Queen of Hearts 12-inch, which is outstanding, by the way. If people need to check that out too.
Yeah, that is, you know what, thank you for reminding me of that, because that's kind of one of those things I knew and then had forgotten, because I know exactly who put me onto the Queen of Hearts. I heard a mix several years back by the great Mike Shaw, big up Mike, out of Bristol.
Mike.
Yeah, a real pillar of Bristol music community, and definitely a sort of somewhat of a mentor to me in terms of that side of my musical brain. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he kicked off a mix with that, and I really loved it. I managed to get a copy of this from, again, South London, coming up good. But yeah, that's great, and you can actually hear the similarities in, say, the Cavalier track to the Queen of Hearts.
Indeed. Big shout out to Mike Shaw and Bristol crew. Big up to them. Yeah. So just to ask you then, what else is going on at the moment with the release and such? I saw the other day you're advertising such that you're going on a little tour at the moment as well.
Yeah, it's been really great to stretch my legs and sort of play the music to the people. And go beyond the comp as well, because it's sort of a slow to mid-tempo thing, and I like to push the tempos where I can. I've been recently in Dublin, which was great, and also Newcastle, because I want to play, it's UK music, I want to share it in the UK, but I'm also stepping further afield. I'm heading over to Ibiza with, and that's going to be sort of a collab gig with Ewan Fryer, who is the Athens of the North head honcho. So that's going to be a nice one to touch base, hang out, have some fun, and that's it.
Nice.
Miss Pikes, and then stepping out solo for the rest of it. I think from there I'm doing one or two launches, like a more listening based session in a place called Kasheme, that's in Zurich in Switzerland.
Nice.
And then skipping over to Geneva. All the rest are sort of club bits and pieces. So I think Geneva, Paris, Trondheim in Norway, heading back up to Manchester. But because I didn't do a proper launch on compilation day and just sort of chilled at home and listened to it, I'm going to do a little bit of a relaunch coming, and that's going to be 9th of December. So if you're in London and you're hearing this, or even if you're not in London and you want to plan a trip into London, I guarantee it's going to be a good one. It's going to be myself and a secret guest I cannot announce at the moment, but is affiliated with Rush Hour and is one of my favorite DJs, producers,
interesting,
curators, and we are going to be on the 9th floor of the Standard Hotel in the Sweeties Club, which has an excellent sound system. And we go through till 3 o'clock, I think. So,
nice.
And there might be something afterwards, but we'll see about that.
And that's going to be on the 9th of December.
Yeah, Saturday the 9th of December.
Wow, it just so happens that my birthday's on the 12th, so who knows there?
No, stranger things have happened, eh? Maybe you need to treat yourself to a room and get the whole experience. It's a lovely place.
Yeah, and also I just want to say to you actually, something I forgot to mention to you off air, and it doesn't matter, I can mention to it now, that I did speak to some good friends of mine as well to reach out to you. So you might know Mickey and Ali from the Warm Agency.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good friends of mine here in Bournemouth and such. And they've been putting on some nights recently. The other week, they had DJ Paulette here. But I reached out to Mickey the other day and said to him, you need to contact Sam. Sam needs to come down. So I'll give him another nudge tomorrow or something. But hoping, they reach out to you soon. Hopefully, you may have to pass by.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, it's I can't remember last time I was in Bournemouth. I think I did. I remember. Yeah, it was like there was a couple of good shops as well. I remember them being like quite like so much stock, but I'm talking like several years back. Maybe I don't know if these places have remain, or maybe you and Ali and Mickey have probably picked through them now.
We do our best. We try our best.
I know. You have to use your knowledge in these places. But I'm down. I'm always down to travel and hang out and play parties. It's a real joy to do that. I don't take it for granted.
Yeah, so all the best on your tour, man. It sounds like you got a lot of stuff lined up, and I'm sure anyone who gets to a chance to see you on tour and do some live sets and such, it would be a pleasure, because I'm sure you got some gems in the bag as well that, surround the theme here with just a touch as well.
Yeah. It's, I still collect. It's not going to stop anytime soon, and I love sharing music with people. It's just kind of a compilation is one way in which I can do that. But on the dance floor is kind of where I really thrive. I'm a dancer. I was a dancer before I was a DJ, and I never planned to be a DJ. I just collected records and wanted to share them with people, and over time, that has put me in a position in which I can do so, because I trust my ear, and the people seem to have followed me as well.
True that. And just to say, this album compilation is available in Athens of the North You can get it in all record store places. You can get it on vinyl. I think I also saw you can get it on CD as well for the CD heads. And obviously it's available on all digital streams as we speak. So yeah, please people check it out. And I have to say and ask you very cheekily, just to end it here, will we expect a volume 2?
Oh, will we expect a volume 2? I think, you know what? I could do a volume 2, but I really feel like I aced this one. I kind of scratched the itch for myself first time round. Never say never. That said, and I think it will drop after this interview, but I got asked to do, I don't know if you're familiar with that series, My Analog Journal.
Ooh, okay.
And I got asked to do something for them. So what I thought I would do is a set which encompasses this kind of sound, but again sort of goes beyond and goes into more like W and how W things and kind of like proto house, or where the kind of soul producers like Nemesis, Toyin, or Soul Connection, how he ended up going and doing, like Anthony doing reggae into soul, and Nemesis would sort of do soul into house. So yeah, never say never, but I'm pretty content. And I'm when this mix drops, it's just another like collection of ideas, I guess, from my record.
Yeah. And to be honest, there's no rush for volume 2. Me saying that, it's just me being cheeky here, you know. there's no rush for it. There's no rush for it. But I do want to say as well, I can't believe we got to the end here and we only just mentioned Toyin for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, you could do. Yeah.
How do we do that?
I mean, Soul Connection. They are the. If we're talking about street soul, they are the underground UK street soul act.
Pioneers, man, pioneers.
You should, yeah, maybe you should reach out to him. He's. I know he's done an interview a few years ago, and that is one smart man. Like if you look at all the things he has done in and outside of music, there's a particular fascinating and really important moment in British history.
Indeed.
Moment of him. You can find on YouTube if you search for his full name.
Yeah.
But I'll let the listeners do the digging, or perhaps you can provide them a link if you know what I'm talking about too.
Yeah, and I do want to say actually, just for my listeners here, and this is also a little bit of like background stuff that I got going on here, is that I've actually been thinking about contacting Toyin as well, and I think I'm going to shake something up for 2024 in that regards. Because you know, it's someone that I've always wanted to like hook up and speak to, and it's one of those things as well. I want to do it properly as well. I want to meet up with him and just hang out with him and such, and you know, almost just like value his time as well in that regards.
Yeah, do it. I think it would be really an interview where you get a lot of gems. I'm almost inhaling because I think it would be there would be profound stuff that would come out of it, I believe.
Indeed. Well, Sam, man, thank you so much for joining the show once again. It's been so good to get this insight about your new compilation, and also just to sit down and kick it, you know, and just talk about street soul and UK soul music overall, and the focus on your compilation here. It's something that doesn't really come around that often, and I think I did message you about that before, of like, I don't think there's been a compilation that's been done like this before, so you know, it almost feels like it's shining in its own limelight in that regards.
Thank you so much for saying that. I mean, yeah, thank you for having me again. It's been a real pleasure, and it made me realise we should catch up more off the record too.
I know.
Be a pleasure to link up. I'm glad we're back in each other's orbit again.
Yeah, I have to see you on the 9th, my friend, on the 9th of December.
Hey, come up! I'm telling you, I can probably get you a room rate there. I've got some connects, you know.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Speak soon.
Take care. Once again, big shout to Sam Don. Always a pleasure to have him on the show. And who knows, he might come back for a third time. As they say, 3 times a charm. But Man, we had a blast, as usual. So great to talk about his compilation and the little details, you know, working with these artists and musicians. Context is always key. Things like this I like to call preserving the culture, you know. So what we're going to do now, Studio Funk, for the remainder of the show is get into a few tracks to put the bow on top of this show. Before we do though, just want to say, if you're new here to Studio Funk, or if you're a faithful listener, make sure you subscribe and follow on the podcast services or SoundCloud so you don't miss future shows. And also, if you use podcast services, if you can, please leave a review or rate the show, because it all helps to spread the word. So what we're going to do, we're going to ride out like this, see where it takes us. Until next time, stay safe and take care.
ジオファンク。
I'll be tender, I'll take it slow. When you're ready, I'll let love flow from me to every part of you. It's a very natural thing to do.
I can see you and me strolling through a meadow of ecstasy. Can you imagine how sweet it would be if you gave your love to me?
Let's make love tonight. We can do it while the stars shine bright in the night sky. Love tonight. We can do it come the morning light. See the sunrise, sunrise. Magic moments when we touch. Girl, the feeling I love so much. Wanna hold your body close to me. Let the passion take control. Let our hearts run free.
I'll be here waiting patiently. You got what I want, so bring it on to me. Hurry, baby, please don't delay. We can love the night away.
Let's make love tonight. We can do it while the stars shine bright in the night sky. Love tonight. We can do it come the morning light. See the sunrise, sunrise. You and me making love, the only thing I'm thinking of. I don't mind if it takes all night, as long as we do it and we get it right. Kiss your lips, then caress, that would bring such happiness. To begin love tonight, we can do it while the stars shine bright in the night sky.
Let you give me fix up, ready affection. I'm finding it hard to withdraw from your solid rejection. Cause if looks could kill, then I'm dying for you still. I'm all confused. Am I being used? But I'm not waiting for a rainy day. A rainy
Studio Funk.